Lady B, and this week I am reviewing Herbal, Castile, and egg shampoos. Now, I say this week, but the fact is I've been working on this video for months now. Technically, you could say I've been working on it for a couple of years, because it technically all started in December of 21 when I had a rather severe reaction to the shampoo I had been using for more than 15 years. Now, they had recently changed their formula again, so it could be they put something new in it that wasn't there before. But whatever the reason is, the fact is I'm very sensitive to chemicals, and in everything else in my life I had already gone natural. So I decided it was time to do this with my shampoo as well. So I turned to Virginia Castleton, the authoress of All Things Natural, for advice on what to do. And she said that one should use an herbal, Castile, or egg shampoo for washing your hair. So at that time, I went out and bought this. This is the 18-in-1 Hemp Baby Unscented Pure Castile Soap. This is a concentrate that can be used for shampoo if you dilute it 1 part to 4 parts water. And this is what I use combined with Vinegar Rinse, an apple cider vinegar rinse, and the occasional use of a dry oil treatment for the next 1.5 years. And I was quite happy with it, and I have recommended it in several of my videos. Well, this spring, one of my viewers made a recommendation to me instead, which was to try this. It is also a Castile style soap, which is a soapified oil, only this is made from coconut oil, where this is hemp, coconut oil, and olive oil all together, along with some other things. And I bought it, but before I bought it, I was looking at this online, and I thought, you know, it's been 1.5 years. It's time I took the plunge and actually tried out some different shampoos and not just stick with what I knew. So I dived in, I did hours and hours of research, and I went out and I bought 6 additional shampoos I have not tried before, and I made up a criteria by which to judge them. And then ever since, I have been, every other week when I wash my hair, I've been trying different shampoos to see how they turn out. Now, I've used apple cider vinegar rinses with all of them. If you've ever wondered why these natural shampoos recommend using an apple cider vinegar rinse to follow, it's because most of these shampoos are very alkaline. And so by rinsing with an acid-based rinse, it helps bring your hair back into a pH balance where it's healthy. So that's why the vinegar rinse. So that's what I've used with all of them, and I wanted to go over them with you and let you know what I found out, and perhaps you'll let me know what you think or what you've tried. So to begin with, starting with my tried and true, the one I have used the whole time. It's, like I said, it's an 18-in-1. It's actually a multi-purpose soap that can be used for anything. We actually dilute it and use it in a hand pump, but it is not primarily actually formulated for hair, but it can be used for it. So I came up with the criteria of, number 1, how many ingredients are in these shampoos, and can I recognize them? Remember, I'm trying to go natural. In the case of this one, there are 9 ingredients, of which I recognize 8. That's a pretty good record. The next thing was, what does it smell like? This particular one is unscented. As those of you who've watched my videos know, I prefer unscented shampoos. I don't like to layer scents on me. I like to keep it as scentless as possible. Family members have asthma. Everything, any scents I put on me have to be very delicate. Does it lather? Yes, this does lather. I found most of these shampoos, these more natural shampoos, they only really lather once your hair's clean. They don't instantly lather like the more commercial brands do. The commercial ones, they put stuff in it that will lather as soon as it gets wet, so you get the illusion that it's clean. These more natural ones that don't put that in it, they only lather once they're clean. Your hair is clean. And yes, it does lather. Now, how well does it clean? I have done this on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not at all, 5 being very well, and 3, of course, being average, comparing it to the stuff you buy in the store that's the more commercial brands. And the sweet spot is actually about a 4, because at the 5 level, a lot of shampoos that clean it at a 5, that clean very, very, very well, will also strip your hair somewhat and leave it dry. Which, this one, if used without diluting it, if you use it at full concentrate, will strip it at a 5. If you dilute it, it's at about a 3. It's about equal with the stuff you buy in the store. My 5th criteria, does it work for curly hair? I know some of you worry about that. Yes, this does work for curly hair. Will I use this again? And why or why not? That's my 6th criteria. Maybe. I still love this for travel, but I'm going to be honest. In the last few months, I have found other things I prefer over this. You'll have to find out which in a minute. Now, do I recommend this? Yes. Like I said, I love this for travel because this is an all-in-one. I can fill up a little travel bottle with this, take it with me. It will work for a body wash. It will work for a shampoo. It will work for hand soap. It does everything. And so that is just really, really, really convenient. And I will still definitely be using it as a hand soap. But for my shampoo at home, no, I have other plans. So, do I recommend it? Yes, but there are other things I recommend more. Next is the shampoo that was recommended to me. Now, this was recommended to me by, you know what, I'm going to look up who it was that did it, and I'm going to credit them in my description. They told me that this would be more gentle and not as drying on my hair, and that is correct. It was. Now, running down the criteria. How many ingredients are in this? 3. There's 3 ingredients. That's it. I recognize every single ingredient. I know what every single one is. All natural. I love that. Again, unscented. This one at least is. I love that it's unscented. Does it lather? Once again, these natural soaps only lather once your hair is clean. So yes, it did once it was clean, but it is not one that lathers a lot. It was not a, some of these will lather a lot more once your hair is clean. This one is on the lower side of that. So it's sort of lathered a little bit. How well does it clean? Unlike the 18-in-1 I've been using, this one is already formulated for hair, for shampoo. Can be used for other things, but it is actually already formulated to be used as a shampoo. So I found that it cleaned just like the other one that had, once it's been diluted, at about a 3. It's equal with the general stuff you buy from the store, your average shampoos. And now I'm going to say one thing about both of these. If you do the hair brushing boar bristle method like I do, and you only wash your hair every couple weeks once things have become quite saturated with the natural oils in order to keep your hair healthy, that you brush through your whole hair, by the time you wash your hair, sometimes that oil has really built up on your hair. Not to mention after you've done an oil treatment. Neither of these, at the proper dilution for this one and straight up for this one, deal with that particularly well. It requires extra effort and work to get that sebum out of your hair. But if you are someone who shampoos their hair regularly, 3-4 days at most, these are awesome. For those of you like me who go longer, not as awesome. They work well. I've been happy with it. I found better. Does it work for curls? Yes. Also, just like the other one, it works well for curls. Number 6, will I use it again? No. It definitely was better, just like I was promised. It was better. It was more gentle. It was more moisturizing. I have found better. So I will not be using this again. I did love it though. Thank you so much for the recommendation. It got me started. Those were both Castile soaps. Now the very first herbal shampoo I tried was this one. I just went to my natural grocer and found something that looked like it might work. And I found this and I thought, since 1878, I thought that has to be natural, right? So I thought I'd give it a try. So Witch Hazel Shampoo Clarifying, which I needed at the time, removes environmental buildup and oil residue. The Grandpa Soap Company. And I gave it a try. And I loved it, but there's caveats. So, first of all, how many ingredients? There were more ingredients than I expected. There were 20 ingredients, of which I only recognized half, so maybe not as natural as I thought it was. The smell was a kind of a rosemary lavender, which was actually quite nice. This one did not really lather at all. You massage it in, you can tell your hair's clean, did not lather. How well did it clean? It cleaned at a 5. It stripped my hair. When it says removes environmental buildup, they were not kidding. This absolutely got my hair completely, utterly clean. Yes, this also worked for curls. My curls were gorgeous after I used this. Will I use it again? No. And that is because I have sensitive skin. Now, I had tried using a rosemary hair rinse in the past and had had a bad experience with it. And I wasn't sure why until I tried this. I discovered that when you have sensitive skin, rosemary is not good for your skin. Anytime I leave a rosemary tincture of any kind or anything with rosemary on my skin, and this does sit on your skin for a little bit when you use it, it leaves my skin feeling sore. So after I used this on my hair, my scalp was sore for 4 or 5 days afterwards, which was not fun. So if you have sensitive skin, this is not for you. Do I recommend this? Yes. If you're okay with the 20 ingredients list and you need to clarify your hair and strip it of stuff that's in it from the environment, this absolutely did the job. But if you have sensitive skin, don't touch it. Too strong. Now, ironically, this also, while it did a 5, it actually left my hair really slippery. So much so that it was 5 days before I could even put my hair up and have it stay up. So it not only cleaned it and stripped all the stuff off it, it left it sleek. So like I said, if you don't have the issue with sensitive skin, you're looking for something to clean, give it a try. Now this company does actually have a conditioner they make to go with this, which I did not try. I only used it with the Vinegar Rinse. So that would be something to try. The second herbal shampoo I tried was this one. This came very highly recommended online. I found it on multiple lists. It's a Khadi hair cleanser, henna and Tulsi extra conditioning and revitalizing. It's one of these naturalistic from India. Is actually, I believe, made in India. The Ayurvedic or something like that. Herbal shampoos. It has 12 ingredients. I recognized 5 of them. and the other 7 were herbs that I just didn't know the names of. So it's not that there was chemicals in it, I just didn't know what they were. What does it smell like? It smells of herbs and evergreen and kind of astringent. Does it lather? A little bit, maybe, somewhat. It's also on the lower end lather-wise. Now, how well does it clean? It cleans at a 4, which, like I said, is the sweet spot. But this was one of the ones that left a coating on my hair, which, when you have really fine hair like I do, is not necessarily a good thing. For those of you who have thicker, coarser hair, this would be great. Not so great for me. Now, does this work on curls? If you never brush it. I mean, not that you're supposed to brush curls anyway, but because of that coating, it's not really preserving your curls. With how fine my hair is, the moment I ran a comb through it or a brush through it, the curl just fell right out. It just brushed right out. Now, my hair was beautiful and sleek, but it was not curly. It was very straight. It looked beautiful, but it was, yeah, no curls. So, will I use it again? No. And that's because of my kind of hair. Like I said, I have very fine hair. For those of you who do not have fine hair, this is a great shampoo. If you're looking for something with lots of herbs and things in it, I bet this was great protection for your hair. It really felt like it. Do I recommend it? As I said, if you have thicker hair, or again, this is one of these ones I think works best if you use it more frequently. This is not an every 2-week shampoo. This is an every 3 or 4 day shampoo. Now, the last 3 shampoos I tried are all bar shampoos, which I've heard very good things about, but had never actually tried myself. And I figured it was time to take the plunge. And the first of them was actually Dr. Bronner's. To my surprise, I did not realize this existed. Dr. Bronner's has an all-in-one it's a bar soap meant to be used in the shower. It can be used on your hair or your body, which is where the all-in-one comes from, and it is formulated for hair, unlike the pure liquid concentrate that I had been using for the first 1.5 years. And so I thought, I'm going to give this a try. And I loved it. Ingredients, it has 10 ingredients, of which I recognized 9. The one ingredient I didn't recognize was the exact same ingredient I didn't recognize in the concentrate. It is also unscented because that's how I roll. Again, only lathers once your hair is clean. Now, how well does it clean? It cleans at a 4. It hits that sweet spot. It cleans it well, but it does not strip. Is it good for curls? No. This one was not good for curls. It left my hair completely straight. If you're looking for something that will work well with your curls, this one is not for you. Will I use it again? Yes, absolutely. I loved it. Do I recommend it? Yes. If you want straight hair and you want something natural, this one does a really, really great job when combined with the Vinegar Rinse. After that, I went and bought this. It's J.R. Liggett's Old Fashioned Bar Shampoo, Coconut and Argan Oil. It is also a Castile type shampoo in a bar. And this was my favorite. I'm just going to say it right now. This was my favorite out of all the things I tried. It has 6 ingredients. I recognized every single ingredient. The smell is kind of coconut and argan. If you're familiar with the smell of argan, it has a little bit of a nutty scent to it. Technically, it's unscented, but you can smell the coconut and the argan. Again, only lathers when your hair is clean. Cleans at a 4, and definitely left my hair moisturized. And unlike the Dr. Bronner's, this did work with my curls with the Vinegar Rinse. It worked beautifully. My curls looked gorgeous. I was quite happy with it. Will I use it again? Yes, this is my favorite. Left my hair feeling full, healthy. Loved this. I understand J.R. Liggett has like 6 or 8 different shampoos. I might have to try them all. I don't know. Do I recommend this? Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I actually got this from my sister. She's been using it for years. So the fact I haven't been using this is on me. I should have tried it before now, and I didn't. The last shampoo I tried is also a bar again, but this one is an herbal. And it's called Moon Valley Herbal Shampoo Scalp Renewing Bar with Organic Tea Tree Oil. This one has 14 ingredients. I recognized all of them. I'm loving that about these bar shampoos. I recognize all the ingredients. Except for, I should tell you what that ingredient is that I cannot recognize. Can't pronounce it either. It's the very last ingredient. It's TOCOPHEROL. Now, I could have gone and looked it up, but I felt that would be cheating. So I haven't. This did not have it. I recognized all the ingredients. Its scent is peppermint. It says right on the container, peppermint. They are not kidding. It was a little weird washing my hair with something that smelled like my toothpaste. Gotta admit that. It was a little strange. Again, lathers once your hair is clean. How well did it clean? It cleaned out of 5 and left a light coating on my hair. So an interesting combination. Not very many things can clean it at level 5 but still leave something on your hair where it feels like it has some kind of protective coating on it. This one did it. Does it work for curls? Yes, it worked for the curls. Will I use this again? No. Even with the protective coating, it left my hair too dry. I would not use this unless I found a moisturizing, something I could use with it to prevent that from being a problem. Do I recommend this? If you have oily hair, this may be just the shampoo for you. It cleans really, 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 really well. Not for mine. Left my hair too dry. But yes, if you have oily hair, give it a try. Now, speaking of things I did not know existed, while I was looking for these shampoos, I discovered this. And this is Dr. Bronner's Citrus Hair Rinse. And it has 12 ingredients, of which I recognize all but the last one, which is the same thing I mentioned before that I don't know how to say. I'll have to look it up after this when it's no longer cheating. The thing about this is it's meant to be used with this instead of the Vinegar Rinse. And it says right on the bottle, we realize that that our shampoo can leave your hair dry. So we invented this. So they realize this is an issue and they have addressed it. Now, you'll remember how I said that this shampoo was not good for curls. That was when I did it with a Vinegar Rinse. When I used it with this, it was. It worked beautifully. Not only was this good for curls, it left my hair feeling like I had a great deal of volume to it. My only criticism of this actually is the instructions for long hair. On the bottle it says if you have long hair, just make up an extra batch. Now you use it by taking 1 to 2 capfuls, the actual cap, and adding it to 8 ounces of water, saturating your hair with it, massaging it in, waiting a little bit, rinsing it off. That's all you do. And they say just do that twice if you have long hair. Don't do that. That did not work. Instead, make up the double batch, saturate all your hair with it in one go, and then rinse it out. It does work, and it works beautifully, and it's the last thing I have used. So if you want to see what your hair looks like with it, this is it. It has been, let's see, 4 days since I washed my hair, and you can see how it's shiny and soft. and I've still got some of my curl here, even though I brush my hair with a boar bristle brush. So if you like the Dr. Bronner's and you want to use it, use this too. Rating them in order, in my opinion. I just have to do this. Okay, so I would actually put these two, the ones I started with, the ones I swore by, at the bottom. Now, I would still use both of these over a commercial shampoo. This one is better than this one. And then down here is commercial shampoos. Okay, after that, I would put this one. Yeah. I guess sometimes the company being around since 1878 is not enough. After that, I would probably say this one, the Bar Herbal Shampoo, the Moon Valley. Then this one, the one from India, which I did like. And then I would actually put this bar at the same level as this bar if you use the Dr. Bronner's with the rinse. So this with the rinse is the same equivalent as this with the shampoo, with the Vinegar Rinse. And these two win. They just do. I just love them so much. This is what I will be using from now on. However, there is one thing that beats all of these. Every last one. And that is these egg yolks. Now, I have done 3 videos on how to do an egg yolk shampoo, and the fact is, these still are better than all of these. If you really, 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 really want to take good care of your hair, do an egg yolk shampoo. It's a lot of work sometimes. It takes 15, 20 minutes. You can't just jump in the shower, jump out. It takes time, which is why I like to have a backup to use instead. So when I don't have that kind of time, I have something I can use. But when you have the time, this one is still the best. So check out my other videos on egg wash shampoos. And if you have any suggestions of an herbal, a Castile, or an egg shampoo I haven't tried yet, please let me know in the comments, and I will give it a try. Now, assuming I can afford it, and assuming I'm not allergic to it, there is that requirement. The only thing left is a small tip. If you use one of these bars, there's something that occurs that's called shrinkage. And what that is these things are so easily diluted with water or whatever, that if you leave it in your shower, just the humidity in the air and the moisture in the air will cause them to shrink. It's very important that when you're not using them, you keep them dry. So if you are going to use something like this, like I am, you need to buy one of these. They are clamshells. Now, there's all kinds you can buy. This is just the cheap one. But the key is they have these ridges on the bottom that hold your soap up out of any moisture. So as soon as you are done in your shower, you put it in this. In fact, in my shower, I keep it in this while I'm showering, anytime I'm not actually using it. Make sure there's no extra moisture in this, and then you remove it from the shower. Put it somewhere, like a drawer, somewhere where it is not going to be humid and can stay dry between uses. And this will keep your bar from shrinking. So very important. I already have one for this. I have now bought this one for this. I love you all, whether new or old. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Until then, for whatever you are doing for your natural care, just remember, don't be afraid to suit yourself and make whatever it is you do exclusively you. Now, because I had the reaction, I went back and bought another one of theirs to see if I could try it instead. I cannot review this one. This is the same company, but it's their pine tar shampoo. No one warned me that pine tar shampoo smells like a campfire. I can't review it because the moment I walked out of the shower with my damp hair smelling like a campfire, it set off my son's asthma. So I can't tell you if this is any good or not. I have no idea.